created this card for Halloween to send to my family this year, and I just wanted to show you guys and share how I made my card. I made my card however I wanted to because it's my card. So the size and everything, there's really no standard to it. I just decided to make a 3x4 card, and then I forgot that I wanted to mat it. So it ended up being a 4, I believe it's a 3.5 by 4.5 card. But I just love it. I used this stamp set that I found at Beverly's, which is my local craft store, and I found it for like $1.50. It's from the brand Stampedos, but I just loved all of the sayings it has to it. This bat, and then this is the stamp I used, but it just has so many cute things. Trick or treat, hauntings, enter if you dare, ghoulish, I want to eat your candy, Halloween. So it's so cute, and I just decided to use it like this. And then I'm going to show you how I made the background as well. So for this die, this is just a die that I ordered I think 2 years ago or last year from AliExpress, and I just cut it out of glitter cardstock. And then for the little bat here and the moon, I used this set here, which was from Michaels, I think like 2 years ago, but it comes with the dies, so I used that one for these 2 pieces. And I wanted the moon to come out looking like a little yellow, not so white. So I just took these 2. These are just the Artist Loft alcohol markers from Michaels. I'm still collecting my Copic markers, but I used cocoa and then the blend. That's what I used for the moon. And for this one, for the Happy Halloween, I used this stamp from the Tim Holtz collection. And so that is what I used to make this card. And I did emboss it with white powder. But yeah, so let's get into it. So I already cut out my stuff because just so that the video wasn't so long. So I'm going to start with a Bristol 3x4 card, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use my Distress inks, which I love to use these, but I am gonna put a piece of paper at the bottom because it gets everywhere, honestly. And I'm also gonna use Wilted Violet and Black Soot. So in the middle here. And I'm not going to pick up any more Wilted Violet. What I'm going to do is just whatever I have left over is just kind of just kind of blend them together a little. Okay. Then I'm gonna go in with this Prima watercolor palette, and I'm just gonna spray a little bit of water here so that I can dust on, so I could dust on those little white glittery specks in the background. Oh, and also I'm going to spray it with some water and then put a napkin over. So let me go get my napkin really quick. So I'm going to spray it a little bit, wait a couple seconds, and then do that. And that'll give it that look there. And then I'm going to spray, I'm just going to put spray some water in there. Mix it. I don't do a lot of cards, but I do like to buy the stuff to make the cards. I have a lot of fun. Mostly is holiday time is when I make cards, which is like Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas are when I make cards. And then, so if it's not so watery where it splashes, I'm just gonna put some more water. You can use any white paint you have. I just use this one because I like the pearl color and it looks really pretty. Okay, so for this guy, well, actually I still need the paper. For the little bat, I just shaded it a little bit with black soot. I went around the edges of it. Oh, that's the wrong side. I was like, why isn't it coming out smooth? Duh. Okay. So, just like that. It gives it like a little shading towards the outside because I do put it off like if it's flying away. So I want it to kind of look dark so that you can kind of looks like it's flying off into the night. And then I also, if you have Memento, you can use that. I only have this Distress black soot marker, but I'm just gonna go around the corners of the die and make it black so that it looks nice and dark and there is no white showing through. So now if you could see, it looks black completely, like if there was no white, unless you missed some corners like I did. You might want to go back. And so there, that's ready. And that's what we use the black soot marker for. So I tried to stamp on this paper. This is from Michaels, but for some reason the texture just would not stamp on it. I stamped them last night and then they just smeared everywhere. Like, so I'm gonna put a lighter purple inside and I'm going to stamp it, and I'm just gonna use my Tim Holtz I don't even know what it's called. I'm sorry, I let these go really fast, like I went like that, and I snapped the magnet. I don't know, just don't ask why. I just was kind of playing around. So gonna do that, and because I already stamped a ton of them, I already have the stamps lined up where I want them to, but it's pretty easy to line them up where you want them. So I'm gonna take some VersaFine black ink. And what we're gonna do is stamp it. So let me move this out of the way. That way you guys can see when I stamp it. And these stamps are pretty good, honestly. The only thing that I find that I need to restamp is the little candies. I just double stamp that part. And then they look nice and bright. So we're gonna put that off to dry. This is my card base. And I'm gonna mat it. I'm gonna put this at the top here. And I want to say this is dry, but let me just dry it really quick. I like to put one in my October daily, and when I make Christmas cards, I like to put them in my December daily as well. The only thing I would have changed, if you guys notice here, that I pulled this die a little bit more to the right because I didn't want to cut off any of the hands. But if it's popping out a tiny bit, I wouldn't mind that either, because I would have wanted this to be more here in the corner. So I'm gonna do that with this one. So I dried it now. Okay, so I used this Nuvo glue. I love this glue for cards and backing, like gluing paper, because it doesn't warp your paper. And again, I'm gonna try it this time now to put it in the far corner all the way to the left. I'm not gonna give it any space. So there we go. Stick that on. So see how his little fingers pop out a little bit? That's why last time I pulled it more a little bit to the right, but this time, since it's just for my October daily and I would want to see how it turns out, I'm gonna stick it how I want to. So now I'm just gonna cut off the remaining of the fence. And I did make them flat. I didn't give them any dimension because I'm gonna be mailing them. Okay. So then I'm gonna take my moon and I'm gonna make sure nothing is on the side. Put that little guy right there. And then I just put the bat right over. And then put him there. And now I'm gonna take my little banner. I'm gonna use some glue. All right. So there you have your picture. Okay, so now I adhered it, and look at how cool the little hand looks. All we have to do is adhere the inside, my sentiment, and adhere this guy in here. Okay, and now that you have the inside, so now I'm gonna take the top. Here it is, guys. These are my 2019 Halloween cards. It's nothing crazy, but I just thought I'd share them with you guys. I really liked how they came out, and I hope it inspires you guys to maybe make some Halloween cards or Halloween tags. So, well, have a good one, guys. Bye.